Hey all, it's Mooch. I'm pissed off. There should never have been a reason to make this video. Today we are talking about the Imren 15 amp, 30 amp, 3500 milliampere hour 18650. This piece of junk. Look, this whole thing, the Hall of Shame, this is just my personal opinion. It's based on the test results. These are genuine Imren batteries. I verified them at the website. Let's dive right into this. Why is this damn thing in the Hall of Shame? Well, first reason, exaggerated continuance rating, that 15 amps. And what I think is a dangerous maximum rating and useless on top of it. Even if you ignore the danger, it's useless, that 30 amp rating. Now, this appears to be an LG MJ1 rewrap. That's a 10 amp, 3500 milliampere hour battery. Now, you may be saying, hey, come on, Mooch. You know, their 15 amp rating, that's only off by 5 amps from 10 amps, the 10 amp rating of what I think this is. Well, you know, at 30 amps, that's no big deal. 30 amps, 35 amps, that's not a huge change in temperature and cycle life or anything that might affect performance or safety of the battery. But for a 10 amp battery, rating it at 15 amps, that's a 50% overrating, and that's huge. This battery got hot enough to boil water when discharged continuously at 15 amps. There's no way in hell you can say this is a 15 amp battery. So you go, oh, only 5 amps more. Yeah, well, that means a lot when you only have a 10 amp ultra high capacity battery with lots of internal resistance. They're just not made to be used hard. They're made to be used long at low current levels. Imren sells this damn thing as a 30 amp battery. You might go, oh, well, you know, it's 15 amps. It says so right on it. Yeah, in micro printing. But on their website and their Alibaba pages, they rate it, they show it just as 30. Now, why would they do that? That's big numbers. Big numbers equal big sales, because everyone wants to buy the batteries with the big numbers, and that means more dollars for them. This number was not set in a lab. This number was set in a marketing meeting. They need big numbers in order to sell. I've had battery wrapping companies tell me, hey, we can't sell the battery unless it's got a big enough number to compete in the marketplace. And it's this evil cycle. Everyone's just raising the numbers higher and higher. Now, some of you are probably saying, hey, but Mooch, we only pulse our batteries. Well, vapors do that, but flashlight users don't, and many other users of this cell don't. Even if you are pulsing, it is a useless 30 amp max rating. At 30 amps, it instantly dropped to 3.1 volts. That's below the cutoff voltage for most regulated vaping devices. It's below what most mechanical vaping devices use, and it's about where most flashlight users, if not higher than that, will stop use. And other users too, typically around 3 volts, maybe a little bit higher. 0 milliampere hours delivered at 30 amps down to 3.1 volts. If you let it go all the way down to 2.8 volts, you got a whopping 15 milliampere hours. Not 1500, 15 milliampere hours if you let it drop down to 2.8. This 30 amp number is absolutely useless. You can't say, oh, it's just for pulsing. No, it's just dangerous and useless. And what about a malfunction? Even if you're willing to go, you know, I'll be careful, if there's a device malfunction, if the button gets stuck, if the circuit fails and discharges this thing continuously, and you've got it set up for 30 amps because you feel you're being careful, you're now taking this 10 amp battery and discharging continuously at 30 amps. That's not safe. It got hot enough to boil water at 15, and you want to take it to 30? No. In my opinion, this is a dangerously overrated piece of junk. Someone needs to go to jail for setting that rating. Look, buy what you want. But I wouldn't use these batteries if someone gave them for free. But you're an adult. Choose what you want to do. There are a lot of other choices, though. Why pick a one that's overrated so badly? Imren, if you're listening to this and you're freaking out in apoplectic fits of rage right now, saying, Mooch doesn't know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. Prove it. Show me your test data. Show me discharge graphs at 30 amps. Explain why my results are so different from what you say yours are. Do not show me some stupid video of a mod making vapor using the batteries at 30 amps or something like that. I can take a 2 amp battery and a really low resistance coil or something else and can suck lots of current out of the battery, and I can make lots of vapor. I can make a flashlight very bright, but it's dangerous as all hell. The cycle life in the battery is going to be ridiculous because I'm damaging the hell out of it. It's useless to send me a video or post a video saying, oh, see, look how great this battery is. No, that doesn't show anything. Show me test data. Show me how you derive these silly 15 amp, 30 amp numbers. Folks, for 18650s, for all of them, remember, these are some tips on what is an exaggerated rating and what's not. There are no 18650s over 3550 milliamp per hour, often rounded up to 3600, and that's the Panasonic 18650G. That's the only one that high. I don't think anyone rewraps that. That's an expensive cell. There are none rated over 30 amps. None. No 18650s over 18650 is rated over 30 amps, and only one of them is rated at 30. Samsung 20S. No over 3000 milliamp per hour 18650, 3100 and higher, can be rated above 8 to 10 amps. That's it. And it can be rated as low as 2 or 3 amps. So namely, it could be 2 amps to 10 amps, but none of them are rated over 10 amps if they're over 3000 milliamp per hour. They're not made. If they're 3000 milliamp per hour, they could be rated 15 to 20 amps at the most. They can be rated less. Now, there are some 3000 milliamp per hour 18650s with exaggerated capacity ratings. They rate them at 3100 or 3200. Those could be rated 15 to 20 amps, but they have a bullshit capacity rating. So why support a company that's doing that? Which segues right into this. Should we support a company like Imren and other companies like them that overrate their cells, that don't seem to care about our safety, that don't seem to even care about performance? Why should we give them our money? Why would we buy anything Imren sells if this is what they think of us? We have other choices. It's something to think about. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.